Well, good to see that the star of the show has made it to the Isle of Man. Ainsley Harriott, you bring the weather.
I certainly have, and I'm really excited about it actually, because everyone I spoke with, they said, "Oh, it's lovely there, but it didn't half rain a lot." And I'm thinking, I arrived yesterday, the sun was shining. I woke up this morning, I looked out onto the most magnificent bay there, and I just thought, God, this is idyllic as they say, and delighted to be here. And there's lots of smiles around. I think the sun, it not only brings out the lush grass, but it brings out our lushful smiles, doesn't it?
He's done this before, hasn't he? He knows what he's saying.
Yeah.
What are you going to be doing today?
I'm going to be cooking at the wonderful theatre over there, and I'm going to be using lots of local Manx produce.
Have you done your research?
I think so. I think when you sort of travel to a place, I think regardless of where you go these days, one of the things that really comes across is how people are that much more passionate about using their local produce. So everywhere you go, it doesn't matter whether I'm in Scotland, in Ireland, or here on the island of Manx, people are just telling me, right, we want to use local produce. So I'm going to use your Queenies. I'm going to be using some Calig to make a beautiful classic Jamaican Calig. I'm calling it Jamaican Calig with coconut and lime.
Well, we've got the moves as well.
It just makes you want to move, doesn't it? Something about the coconut.
It's a bit early in the morning for that, personally.
We don't mind a bit of that. So I'm combining that, and I'm be using some lovely local blackberries too. So my food stylist has been out picking blackberries. I'm going to be using a bit of local chocolate, anything at all. And if people are going to bring stuff along, who knows? I might just include it in my cooking demonstration, because I think that's what it should be all about. And for people who know me, I just like sort of getting food and thinking, right, what are we going to do with this? It's a bit like a Ready Steady Cook. Ready Steady Cook comes to Manx. Oh yeah.
I think you're judging a competition as well, aren't you? The best of the Isle of Man.
Yeah, and I think that's really exciting. I was just having a word with Tony, who was originally used to own a restaurant here.
Tony Quirk, Experience.
Absolutely. And the French restaurant, the Bistro, and of course he now lectures at the college. So I think that's fantastic, because we were talking about that, and he didn't want to give too much away, because I think one of his staff are involved in the competition. So I said, well, don't say anything then. But to be able to judge a competition, I think that it's one of my highlights, because I think that chefs now, we've got so many influences around us, books and TV programs and everything else. It's how individual they become, because you tend to find that you see programs on TV and it's a bit repetitive. They just copy one another, whatever's in. A few years ago everything was foam, wasn't it? Yeah. Foam this up, foam this, and this lovely foamy sauce. Oh, well, it's all changed now. We're looking for the next thing. We're looking for let the produce speak for itself. Keep it simple, but really, how it's presented, all sorts of things. It's going to be a real eye-opener.
Well, when can people see you here today?
When can people see me here today? I'm going to be doing a couple of slots. I think there's 11 o'clock this morning, which will probably be a little bit... If you ain't up yet, you're in trouble.
That's about an hour to go, yeah.
And I think we're doing another slot this afternoon about sort of just after lunch, and but I'll be floating around. I'll also be doing book signings. I want to get around and meet a load of the local producers and stuff like that. So I think that's what makes this type of festival. It's that everybody's involved with one another. There's no kind of separation of, oh, he's over there and she's over there, and it's about just bringing people together. So I'm getting out there and meeting the local Manx.